I want to welcome everybody back to Garden Gnomes, etc. One of the biggest questions I get, is how do we paint these ceramic pieces? And you think your job is tough when you try to pick out wallpaper with wall paint with the wife, going to maybe a home center, Walmart, Sherwin-Williams, whatever, trying to pick out a color. That's easy. This here gets pretty in depth. Now there's two different ways of looking at it, two different types of paints. We can cut it down right down the middle. We got greenware, we got bisque. Now when it comes to greenware, most of you guys probably don't need to worry as much. You're more or less, you're going to be receiving the bisque and you're probably looking for outside paints. But when it gets to greenware, you got all kinds of, well, not a lot of companies, but there's Mako, and I think Amical and Duncan are your big ones. But inside there you got crystal glazes, you got non-fired, I mean, there's all kinds of different paints. Here's just a few of them. If you were on the greenware side, you got different types of velvet underglazes by Amical. You can go right into regular underglazes. Now what that means, you're just putting paint over the greenware and then you're going to fire it. You get all different types of your crystal glazes, element glazes, stroke and coats, easy strokes, different flowing and non-flowing glazes, concept, all this stuff. Pretty much you don't need to worry unless you have your own kiln, and you're probably up on all that stuff anyway. Now for the purpose of what we do here at Garden Gnomes, when we ship this, what do we paint? What do we use? And basically you're probably going to go, and if you do have a ceramic shop, their stuff as Duncan stains, it's just a bisque stain. What that means, you don't need to fire it. You just paint it on, you're done. These here, you have to fire afterwards, and there's all different types of techniques and stuff to go with that. Now with that in mind, we got Mako, we got Duncan. These are better paints than probably your cheap paints at a craft store, but let's get into those. There's a couple different outside paints. There's an outdoor by Folk Art. There's another patio paint. These here are good for outside. They don't flow on or as easy as some of your other stains, but they have all the paints in there to keep it from your UV rays, to stop it from fading. Whether it fades or not, time pretty much fades a lot of stuff. This stuff here won't fade. What makes these good is it's a stain. We can go and reapply it. We can even color it different. We can do anything we want. A lot of people love stains because they base coat the whole thing and then they dry brush all the different colors, and there it looks more realistic. This here is a little tougher. Another thing here, you got apple barrel patio paints. So ceramic coat, which is done by Delta. I think I was at, don't want to bring names up, but Michael's and Joanne Fabrics and Pat Catan's. There's just a few of them in the north here. I'm sure there's a ton of them out there, and they just literally have hundreds and hundreds of these paints. There's even glitter ones where you can paint right over the paint where it has a glitter. You have pearls you can put on, gives it a pearly effect. There are different things you can spray on, top coats, matte finish, gloss glaze that you can put over these types of things to help it. I always like to put my stuff in semi-shade to shade, therefore it really doesn't get harmed from the sun rays and stuff. But when you're looking at it, there's every different color you want, from your oranges, whites, reds, purples, anything you want is out there. And that's what makes this so nice for the garden, because a lot of times you have a lopsided table. But anyways, you have different types of gardens. Maybe you have stuff with a different color decor you want to match. Maybe you want to do something that's totally opposite. This here is where it's at. You can color, design, do anything you want with any of these. Great for the garden. So hopefully that answered your question. These here are nothing but acrylic paints. Some of them are water-based where it's easy cleanup. The patio paints, you can't add water to it. They're not water-based type of stuff where some of them are. And some of even the crafts for the kids, you can get the little small ones. It's not a big thing. You can, for craftery, I think these here were like 88 cents a bottle. Some of these patio paints might be maybe $1.50, $2, but you get the idea. They come in these squeeze bottles. You lift the top up, you can squeeze what you want into, maybe a tin foil or something, and spread them out and color from there. So this is a great way to add some color to your flower beds that are lacking some type of a statue, sculpture, figurine, decoration. You got the hint. There's a lot of different ways we can explain these types of things. So be creative. Hope that answers everything.